Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Rock Bottom Airsoft. It's good to see you again. If this is your first time here, then as always, it is good to see you and I hope you'll stick around. Okay, well, welcome to our weekend video. First of all, I do apologise we didn't have a video at the Wednesday midweek video. As many of you know, here at Rock Bottom Airsoft, I've had a bit of a flood, a bit of a plumbing problem. And unfortunately, that's put me a little bit behind. And that is one of the reasons that today we're in our second location, which is the command centre. So I thought, seeing as how we're in the command centre today, we'd do a very quick video looking at a piece of gear that I got very recently that I'm pretty impressed with. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, this piece of gear is very specific. You already know what it is if you've had a look at the thumbnail. So it might not be for everybody, but I found it really handy in my games and a great bit of kit. So I thought we'd have a look at it, and if you're a newer player or if you're newer to pyro, or what we call grenades, a lot of the grenades we can use, the non-reusable grenades, which is pyro, then this might be something that comes in handy. Now this, as many of you know, is a Deadly Customs Enola Gaye MK5 Thunder Flash holster, or pouch if you like, but it's a hard pouch. And it's really decent, guys. I'm quite impressed with it. I got it on a bit of a whim, thinking I'd try it out, and it's worked really well for me. Now, as many of you might know, the MK5 Thunder Flashes are an affordable pyro. They're really easy to use. You split them off, you have a striker on there, you strike it, you throw it, it goes bang. And usually they're quite affordable. A lot of sites sell them on site. My home site at Tazball Airsoft, they sell MK5 Thunder Flashes from Enola Gaye on site. So I use them quite regularly, and I've always had a problem that they're kind of long and cylindrical and kind of thin. I'm not very happy putting them in the trouser pockets, you know, in your combat pockets, your side pockets, and they don't fit superbly in a pouch. I mean, if any of you guys have found solutions that work well for those, let me know in the comments, guys. But me, I'd always struggled to find somewhere decent to carry them. And then I saw this and I thought, well, I'll give it a try. So this is a Deadly Customs Enola Gaye MK5 Thunder Flash holster. Now the one I've got here is in olive. You can get it in black or tan as well. And they also do an option for, I think what they call a Cordura wrap. And the wrap will basically give it a camouflage coating. There's all sorts of different camouflages on there, like multicam and that type of thing, and you pick that on the website when you are ordering one. They retail for between £17 British and £21 British, dependent on the options you pick. You can also pick your mounting method. You get a malice clip like this one, or a combat loop. The clip is great. This is a molly shooter's belt, so I've just put it through the molly and then clipped it shut. It stays put, it does not move, guys. And as for the MK5 Thunder Flashes, as you can see, it's very simple. It's basically retention holster. You stick one Thunder Flash in each of those holes so you can hold two. They kind of stick up about this high, guys. But it doesn't interfere with your movement on the field. Well, not where I've got this placed on my belt. And it does fit on there quite well. I thought it was going to dig into my sides and that when I was ducking down or crouching. But I haven't found that at all. They sit really well in there. I had an issue that I thought maybe they'd fall out. They don't fall out, guys. I can confirm that they stay put. And they make it so much easier having a holster like this for when you want rapid access to your pyro. In this case, specifically MK5 Thunder Flashes. If you want one, because there's no fastening, it's just retention, you can get hold of that pyro really quickly. And it's just really handy. And that's why I thought we'd have a look at it together today, guys. I like to cover gear. As you know, if you've been following the channel, every so often we look at a piece of gear. And I was thinking, you know, what piece of gear we could have a look at today with the issues that are going on here, get something, you know, that I can show you. And this is one of my most recent purchases. I've only had this for about 2 weeks. I've used it in one game so far, and in that game it did really well for me. So long term, honestly couldn't say, guys, but in the game that I used it in, I was really impressed. I was really happy with it. It's one of them where it's like a little thing that I've bought that's come in really handy. So I thought I'd tell you about it. Now, I think I paid around about 19 British pounds for this. I got this at my home site. It's by Deadly Customs, as I know from the packaging, but they do them on their website, as I mentioned, and you've got a number of options for colours, camos, and either the combat loop or the malice clip. If you need to adjust the retention, it's very easy. You've just got these two Allen screws here, and that makes it tighter or looser. I suppose you'd have the option if you wanted to get more than one of these, if you wanted to carry more than two Thunder Flashes. That is something I'm considering doing, guys, for my other shooter's belt, where I usually have a heavier loadout. This is quite a light loadout belt that I've got here, so two is more than enough for me. But on my other belt, I might get a couple of them, and then I can carry 4 Thunder Flashes on the field. Like I say, you've got pouches like this, but the Thunder Flashes just stick out the top. You have an issue of losing them. In the rain, they can get a bit damp. Now on this, I did find that obviously there's no protection from the elements because half of your Thunder Flash is sticking up in the air here. However, if you put them face down, that isn't an issue, guys, because your striker is then relatively protected within the retention holster. So again, it might be worth checking one of those out if you're in the market for a bit of gear and you're looking for something that's relatively affordable, and you do use Enola Gaye Mark 5 Thunder Flashes. They are quite common. Then yeah, that's a great thing. That's why I got it. It's something I use regular, and it works really well. So if you're in the market for something affordable, like I say, that is pretty affordable. 17 British pounds to 21 British pounds. Probably looking around about the $20 mark for you guys over in the States, plus your shipping costs to get it over there. Unless any of you guys over in the United States know of a supplier that has these locally for you, then again, let us know in the comments. It'll help someone out. Now, that's about it for today, guys. Just looking at one small piece of gear. Like I say, it's not a very long one today. But again, I like to share these things when I get them. And I bought this myself, like I say. I've just thought it was really good. It's such a simple idea. And it works really well. And it seems well put together. And like I say, I mean, there's a bit of movement on the belt up and down. But when you've got the belt on, it will not come off. And it does not go loose. So, you know, I was quite impressed with it. I'll put a link in the description, guys, as to the website is where you can get one of these if you do want one. And like I say, if any of you guys have different ways of holstering Thunder Flashes in general, because they are kind of long and a bit of an odd shape. They're harder to store than a ring pull grenade or something like that. Let me know in the comments where you put yours, or whether you have a pouch that works really well. I'm always, open for trying out different pouches if you maybe know an option that's more affordable. So that's it, guys. That's the Deadly Customs Enola Gaye Mark 5 Thunder Flash holster. Like I say, I'll put a link in the description. Really decent. I'm quite impressed with it. Not unusual. I'll come on here and be a bit enthused about a piece of gear. But yeah, I really like it. I thought it was really good. And I've never used one before. I've seen people using them and had my doubts about it. Thought, maybe it's a bit steep for just holding your Thunder Flashes when you can put them in your pocket. But if you're like me and you sometimes want a light loadout, yeah, it's really good. It'll fit on a rig as well if you prefer to wear a chest rig, or if you like wearing a plate carrier or something like that. It'll work just as well with that. And obviously the combat loop, whatever, you can use that on any normal belt. Same with this malice clip, really. At a push you could get that around the normal belt. So if you have any questions, guys, otherwise about this or about Airsoft in general, as you know, as always, do drop a comment below. I'll always respond to a comment. I might not get back to you straight away, but I will always respond. Apart from that, again, apologies that it's only a short video today. But, I thought I'd show you this bit of kit. Hopefully I'll get everything here sorted. We should be back to normal next week with our regular videos, midweek videos on a Wednesday, hopefully with a bit of gameplay. I am hopefully going to get out to a game this coming Sunday. My game's kind of got put on hold because of the flood. But I should be at a game this coming Sunday, so we should have some gameplay for you next week. I'm going to look to use the MK5 that we looked at previously on the channel and try that out in the field. And I'm hopefully going to use the replica that we put the E-shooter ETU in. We'll try that out in the field and see how it works long term, if it can take the rigours of a game. So that's all to come on midweek videos for a gameplays, and then hopefully next weekend we should be back to normal. We'll be back in the studio and do our normal lengthy videos looking at all things Airsoft. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, guys, and you haven't subscribed to the channel already, then do get subscribed. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. And if you want any more from myself, just a bit of background and photos and things of what's going on with me and Airsoft, then you can find Rock Bottom Airsoft on Facebook and Instagram. But apart from that, guys, thanks very much for bearing with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.